Alex Paulton. I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Talking Timepieces, where we talk about watch collecting and horology. Today, we're going to take a close-up look at the Longines Spirit Zulu Time, which is a great watch and arguably the best GMT, travel GMT watch value in its price category. So let's turn the camera around and take a close-up look at this really nice watch. But before I do, please remember to subscribe or at least leave a like. It really helps the channel. Here's the Longines Spirit Zulu Time GMT watch. Zulu is also how the military refers to GMT time, which is why they have the Zulu designation on this watch. Now, it really is a nice watch, and in my opinion, you really can't get a GMT watch of this caliber at this price point. There are good, inexpensive GMTs out there, like the Seiko GMT. Now, this is an office GMT, not a travel GMT like the Longines, but it's not a bad piece. It's also about a tenth of the cost at $50 compared to $3,000. But you can get inexpensive, good GMTs. I'm just saying that for the price, this is arguably the best out there. For example, if you compare it to, say, the Maurice Lacroix GMT, the Icon is not a travel GMT, it's an office GMT, and it's a unidirectional bezel. They just took a diver and changed it to a GMT by putting GMT numbers on the bezel, whereas the Longines has a smooth, clean, bidirectional with 1 hour detents. The dial, it's a beautiful sunburst, deep blue dial with really nice indices. So they're metal indices outlined in metal and filled with lume. It's got a very nice, visible presentation. There's one thing about this watch that I don't like, and that they put lume in the pip for the watch. It's not a timing bezel, so since there are no other markings on the bezel outside of that loomed pip, it doesn't really provide any functionality, and in my mind, it's a little distracting. Now, it could be said that it's used to determine the top of the watch, but since it's a moving bezel, all it's really going to tell you is where your GMT dial is, because nothing else on the bezel is loomed. So that's frankly the only ding I have about this piece, because everything else about this piece is spectacular. Like I said, here I'll show you how it works. Screw down crown, which is also nice. Pull it to the first notch, and there goes the floating hour hand. Right? And I'm not thrilled with the fact that the GMT hand bumps a little when you move it. I mean, if you compare it to, say, something like, now this is admittedly a more expensive GMT, this Omega, if I pull it out to the first and I start moving my local hour hand around, if you notice, the GMT hand is solid as a rock. So the Longines is a nice piece. It's not perfect, but as I was saying, for the price point, I haven't found anything at the price point that is a better travel GMT watch than this piece. Now, other aspects of it that are really nice. Let's screw the crown back in. It has a really nice bracelet, milled deployant clasp with standard micro adjustment, but at least you can micro adjust it, other than some pieces that, like this, doesn't really offer very much in the way of micro adjustment at all. It's got a little bit of a diber extension, but that's it. So this is actually more adjustable than this, and this is definitely more adjustable than the Maurice Lacroix, because the Maurice Lacroix is a solid link double deployment. So unless you can find the exact number of links that are perfect fit. It'll always be a little loose or a little tight. This watch has a button quick release. You just push the button on it and the bracelet pops right off. A little bit of force. There we go. And there is a very nice leather strap with milled clasp and micro adjustment. So it's a really nice piece, and it's got quick release as well. So you can just slap in the second strap. And you're ready to go. And it really looks nice. It's not, the strap has a nice kind of a buff feel to it without looking weathered. It's just a really nice leather strap. On the back, it has a nice engraved logo. Zulu time, Longines, and it says Swiss made and stainless steel and spirit and all of that other stuff on it. Just a nice looking piece. Let's throw the metal strap back. Actually, let's put the leather strap on it completely, and then we'll do a wrist check with the leather. All right, so there we go on the leather. Wristwatch check, wearing my Cartier Santos XL Chrono. Making all of these shows at the same moment, so I'll have the same watch in the next 3 videos. But this is, like I was saying, a really nice piece with micro adjustment. On the leather strap, it of course fit a little bit better because the leather can conform to your wrist a little more. Tighten up that micro adjustment. And there you go. This 42 millimeter watch on my 8-inch wrist looks sharp. Cases brushed on the sides. It's got a nice little polished edge. And then the tops of the lugs are brushed, the top of the case. The bezel ceramic filled. And all in all, like I said, it's a beautiful watch. And in my opinion, the best GMT value for the money. Well, no, I take that back. It's the best GMT value in the several $1,000s range. In my opinion, the best GMT value for the money right now is the Seiko GMT for 500 simoleons. But if you wanted a Swiss sports luxury, basic sports luxury or premium luxury, whatever label you want to put on a several $1,000s Swiss sports watch, this is it. So let's turn the camera around and close out the episode. So that was the Longines Spirit GMT, the Zulu time. A really great watch, an excellent value, and I would say a perfect daily wear for someone who wants a nice watch and doesn't want to fuss with it, but then also offers a really useful function in the second time zone.